Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. I just cut onions. I'm making a different liver and onion recipe. So we're going to need a pan that you can put a lid over. And for those of you that don't like liver, I understand. There's many different ways you can treat it like you treat any other kind of meat. You don't have to have it shoe leather. You don't have to have it in different ways. Now we need 3 tablespoons of oil in a pan that you can put a lid on because that's what we're going to need. My oil canister needs to be filled. I haven't done it. So I'm going to be doing it this way. Alright. I'm going to heat this up. Oh, burner sound. So I was going to do it with some wine and mushrooms today with onions, but I ran across this recipe and I said, oh, what the heck, I'll try this one. And this one uses vinegar. A little different, but anyway, why not? It's a new recipe. You're going to need some salt and pepper as that oil heats up. And to the person, I think it's a young lady, who keeps on asking me for a cherry pie. I made a cherry pie 2 months ago. If you subscribe, you can go back on the back videos about 2 months and you'll see the recipe right there. Now, if you want to can your cherries, you go further back, but I name each video that I do so you know exactly what you're getting. So when you see the video, you get the recipe. So please remember that. You can keep on asking, but I'm not going to make a cherry pie now. I've got other desserts and I've got other meals that are ahead of it. And I'm not going to stop and make it like that. It's already made. You just have to go back and see it. Because you're hounding me every day 4 or 5 times about it. So I went and looked because I thought I did a cherry pie. I wasn't sure. But I looked and I did. So now you know how far back you have to look. Now they say to be generous with salt and pepper with this. Well, I'm going to be generous. They really want you generous with the salt and pepper with this. Now I'm going to go easy on the pepper, but I'll be generous with the pepper. But the salt is another thing. Let me get this out of the way because we got liver we have to work with. They want you to do this on a very, very low heat. Because this is going to take about 30 minutes to do the way they want it done. So put a lid on it and we'll just watch it carefully for the next 30 minutes. They said they only want them cooked and tender, but they don't want them browned or caramelized. So we're going to have to be careful with that. Now, once again, I'm using calf liver because the beef liver that I'm finding at the supermarket has not been the greatest. So I went to, you know where, do I have to say it again? Staten Island Meats. And they had calf, they called me and said they got the calf liver in. So I was very, very happy with it. I'm going to cut these in pieces so I can pack a lunch. And you can see that calf liver is much lighter in color, so it doesn't have that really strong taste if you don't like liver. Listen, when my sons tell me, why did I give them so little veal cutlet, you know I did something right, as they say. Oh, I think Bonnie would like this. I'm gonna put that there for him. Yeah, he sliced it for me. He had a big frozen one, and he just was slicing it for me. Okay, I'll give you a piece. Hold on. As you can see, my family really, even my pets, enjoy the food. I'm going to give you a little. Yes, only a little. That's yours. Well, if he doesn't want it, his brother will definitely take it. I'm not touching that one. That'll lose the whole piece. No, I did 3 pieces last time and there wasn't enough, so I said, give me 6 pieces this time. That should satisfy them and give them enough to work with. And that's Bonnie's. I'm not going to keep that from him. If you're wondering who Bonnie is, it's one of my girlfriends. She has a dog, and our backyards meet up. So I asked her, could I give Bonnie food? And she says, sure. So what I do is I give him scraps and stuff. Because he's a hunting dog. He's in retirement now, so he's getting spoiled in all different directions. Everybody spoils him. She has her friends come over and they spoil him as well. Now she's got a second dog named Winter, and he's being spoiled. He eats everything. He doesn't care what you put in front of him. He will demolish it, your plate, and everything else. First time I met Bonnie, we were having cheese and crackers and salami and pepperoni, and he got a cracker, the cheese, and the meat before I could get one piece. He decided on a count of 3, once he got 3, I could have 1 piece. Up to that point, he was not going to behave. So we came to a mutual understanding. For every bite I get, he gets 3. And my girlfriend was laughing. She says, you're losing the battle with him. I said, did you notice? I'm feeding him more than I'm feeding myself. And that's how we became friends, Bonnie and I. All because of crackers and cheese. And to this day, if he sees me with crackers and cheese, he has got to have a piece of it. not going to let me go unless he gets a piece. Listen, if you don't want this liver, you know I'm going to throw it out. No, don't wag your tail like you're looking for trouble, because if you look for trouble, your backside's going to be bare. Okay, now what do they want me to do? All right. I already got the liver. What do you want me to do with it? Okay, you want a fourth of a cup of oil? Fine, okay. Let me get another frying pan out. Now they want a fourth of a cup of oil in this frying pan that you just saw me take over. Now look, I'm going to be running out of room. Now this recipe wants salt and pepper on the liver before you put it in flour. And that's exactly what they're telling us to do. So let's see. I have to dry this cutting board off. I'm going to put the liver back on it. So I'm going to need it dry. Don't forget your onions. What am I telling you for? I have to remind myself. No, the one I wanted to do was going to have mushrooms and wine and onions and other seasonings. Now, they want me, I really don't want to do that. I'll put pepper this way, but I'm not going to do it the other way, all right? They want us to be generous with pepper. Well, this will be a little spicy with all the pepper they want on it, because they're saying be generous. There's not going to be a pinch of pepper, so this one's going to have somewhat of a bite to it, I think. I could be wrong. As soon as they say that much pepper, I'm going to, okay. It's almost like a hot sauce on it, I guess. Use that salt the way they want, so I have to use the other one. I can't spread it like that. Wash your hands. So we're going to have to use iodized salt here because the kelp will not flake and spread around. It'll stay more caked, and we don't want it too salty in one spot. Whereas this one we can sprinkle it. That's what they want, so that's what I'm doing. Now they want flour. Got the liver done in that aspect. What is she trying to do with it? I just remembered something. Yes, I'm going to add some white flour to all that other flour that I just sifted that I collected. I hope this is enough. Now they want 1/4 of a cup of olive oil in a frying pan that we are going to saute these very quickly. Well, I'm not going to go that quickly. I mean, they're going to be done. I know, I tell you to use the spouts, but I can't get anything into this thing, and it's too hard to work the other way, but this fits just perfectly in it. So that's why I used that. Those jars don't take half measuring cups or anything else. But they want 1/4 of a cup of oil in a frying pan. Now they're talking about we have to fry this liver no more than 1 minute or 2, 3 max. So you're not going to have it so low that it doesn't cook, but you're not going to have it so high that you're going to burn it. So you're going to have to hit a happy medium with your stove. Hey, Taffy, you don't want this. You just dump it out. Keep an eye on your onions. I might have spinach with it today. Just serve a simple spinach. Now, you know I'm going to drench the liver into the flour before I put it in the frying pan, all right? So you're not going to see that part. Back there. Now remember, using veal is a much milder liver if you want to get your family to get accustomed to it. Chicken and beef are very hard. I've never had pork liver, so I don't even know what or how strong that is. I couldn't even answer that question. Pork was not a big thing in the house growing up. And you don't even see it very often either. I might ask and find out what it tastes like, you know, somebody who's had it. I mean, how strong is it? Is it stronger than calf? Stronger than beef or chicken? You know, to get an idea. And they're definitely stripping. But she starts sticking on me. I want it cooked very, very quickly. So as you can see, it's going to cook very fast. That's a bit warm. Am I drying the liver on a rack? No, I am just flouring them and they will be put into the oil. See, because it's cut so thin, it's doing exactly what it's doing. Cooking extremely fast. Now I'm going to continue doing this and I'll show you the end. Another thing is that if you get your liver sliced thin from the butcher, it doesn't have that taste that they're so familiar with liver. Because if it's real thick, it takes longer and you get all that raw taste of liver. But when it's thinly cut, you don't taste it. It's not strong. Plus, if you're using the veal, like I am, it's also mild. So between those two combinations, you can get them started. And it doesn't take long to cook. Okay, I just finished. Now you want 1/3 of a cup of balsamic vinegar. You're going to pour it in here. You're going to turn the flame up high. And you're going to reduce this. And this is what you're going to pour over it. And you reduce it some. And you're going to take all the drippings, that's all the particles that you see. Some people call it goodies. It's not goodies. It's the terminology is literally drippings. All of this is drippings. The onions are done. They're not caramelized, but they are soft and tender. And this is what you're going to pour over the liver. You see? That's what we're doing right now. Now how's that? This is a totally different recipe. Let me get stuff together and I'll be right back. Now we're going to dress this. Okay. Oh, this is hot, hot, hot. So this is a different way of cooking liver. Oh God, that's really hot. My sink is packed with dishes. Oh, I've got to get them out. Here's your onions. You want you to drape the onions over them. You're actually seeing how you put this whole dish together. Then you take what we did and you pour this over it. And this is what they want. I've never made this, so this is really new. But they say you pour this over, and this is how it's served. You got the drippings, you have the tartness. I just have a lot of puffs. And that's how you serve this liver. So I want you to take care, enjoy your day. We've got rain today, which I am so happy about, because it cools the heat off of the summer when you get that rain. That's why when it snows and stuff in the winter, you get extra cold because of the moisture. Take care and enjoy your day.